Hey everybody, I'm taking my dog here on a walk, and I wanted to take this time to share a message about fasting. I've heard about it all my life. Like I've mentioned before, I grew up in Murray, Utah, so we were Mormon. And I would always go to church and people would say, you should fast. But it just never clicked with me, man. I'm just such a late bloomer. When things go in one year and out the other. So I was never interested. And throughout my life, as I got older, I just did it less. I just cared less and less. I maybe did it once or twice here and there, and it just wasn't very powerful. But lately, it's been about 2 weeks, and I've just been not eating until dinner. I'll wake up. I do drink a lot of caffeine, don't get me wrong. But I'll be drinking my caffeine. It's these drinks, actually. I really like these bubblers. They just seem to stimulate my mind and creativity, and they taste delicious. So I won't be eating anything, but I do have caffeine, and I've noticed a lot of great benefits, just amazing benefits. I just want to start off by saying fasting can change your life. You really can break strongholds. You can, man, and then not to mention you save so much money. But let me see if I can organize my thoughts here. So I started doing it 2 weeks ago, and immediately I noticed I had way more energy. I thought you would eat a lot of food and then you'd have so much energy. But really, I noticed that when I was fasting, I'd have better workouts. I'd wake up and I wouldn't have this stomach feeling that I always have. I just felt well rested. And then I mixed that in there with prayer, man. You just have this way closer connection in your prayer life to God. It feels amazing. So, it's been about 2 weeks, maybe even 3. I just don't eat breakfast or lunch, and I just catch a good healthy dinner, and then I go to bed. Last night I had a really small dinner. I don't know why. I just feel like eating less and less. And so yeah, the prayer life increases big. The energy increases big. You're going to have transformative thoughts that are going to change your life. There's a fly on me. You're going to have ideas that'll change your life. You're just going to feel so good. And I think, in a world where we kind of teach ourselves to overindulge in food and whatever we can get our hands on, I'm telling you, don't sleep on this like I did for the past, 25 years of my life. Try it today. If you're just some kid in high school or you're an older person, retired, just try it. Obviously, be safe. Don't do anything crazy. Like if you got diabetes or something, I don't know. Check with your doctor. But other things I noticed is a lot of belly fat just kept getting chiseled off just by not eating, and I noticed even like my double chin went away. I always had a double chin, and maybe it's still there a little bit, but it's it's great for health. It's great for health benefits, weight loss. I just really wanted to make this video. If you're someone like I used to be and you're not fasting and you just never had that click moment, I really encourage you right now. It feels really good in the morning when you're tempted to eat and you tell yourself, oh, I could have that piece of cake, or, because I work from home, so there's always snacks everywhere. I could have that piece of cake, or I can eat this beef jerky stick real quick. Instead, it feels really good to just say, no, Thomas, no. And it's another form of discipline. And I just want to recommend it to anybody that would listen, that wants to change their life. And not to mention, as you're praying to God, your prayers are just way more powerful. And don't we all want more prayers? Don't we all want more prayers while we live, in this world? Don't you want a miracle? Don't you want to be healed? Don't you want to see your family change? Maybe you come from a background like mine where It's a real broken family up through the generations, real broken. It's like, what if, you can put a stop to that and do something different, you know? And when you deny yourself, there's a lot of power in that. It's not about you eating. Maybe take that money that you would have spent on lunch and donate it to an organization. There's a lot of really cool ones. Oh, my arm's falling asleep. There's a lot of really cool ones that I like. The Hour Rescue, it's for children that are kidnapped and stuck in, sex slavery. And then there's Feed My Starving Children. You could take that money that you were going to spend for lunch and give it to a better cause. So it's just this awesome cycle of just good things. And I was living in darkness for so long, and I understand why. You read your scriptures and you don't put anything to practice. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and he's an example of how we should be living. So I wanted to share this real quick video. Fast if you never have. Do it for 2 weeks. You can switch it up. Maybe you don't have to skip morning and lunch like me. Maybe just start slow and skip breakfast or skip lunch, and I just know it'll benefit your life. You'll look back and you'll see the transformation. Maybe you're somebody that's yearning for transformation. Maybe you're somebody that's, you're ready for a change. So I want to put that out there because I love you guys, and I'm a servant of the Most High God. I'm put here to help people, so I'm going to do that. I'm always so emotional because I got a big heart, and I don't like seeing people suffer. I don't like seeing people live in slavery. I don't like people living in a false belief system that was never planted, that was never created. They were never created for that false belief system. But anything else I could say about fasting? Give me 1 quick minute and see if I can compute something. Just miracles will happen, I don't know if I mentioned in one of my other videos, I'm a single guy, I'm patiently waiting for my spouse, but I get excited just like everybody else, when you see, somebody attractive. And yesterday I was leaving, the store, and I was driving, and I saw this girl that looked just like this girl that when I was a kid and lived in this trailer park, there was this beautiful girl. Her name was Lexi, and we were friends. And when she moved in the neighborhood, I went and introduced myself to her. And I don't know what it was about me having this courage to introduce myself to her, but she just fell in love with me, man. And she'd come knock on our little trailer and say, "Hey, can Tom play?" And she used to just bat her eyes at me. She'd just look up at me, and she would just bat her eyes in complete adoration to me. She just loved me so much. And I think about, anyways, I'm gonna pause right there and just go back to my story. So I saw this girl yesterday that looked just like her, but the adult version, obviously. And we just locked eyes, and she had the same eyes, these green dazzling eyes. When you see these eyes that are just exotic and dazzling and just so beautiful, they almost suck you in, man. They're just so beautiful and dazzling. Well, this girl, we looked at each other, and she just had these dazzling eyes, and we wouldn't break eye contact, me and her. And in my whole life, since I was a kid, things like that have not really happened a whole lot. Like, I was hooked on a lot of addictions, and I had so much self-doubt. And I know walking with God can give you that Godfidence. And if you're looking for a change, he can give it to you. But anyway, it was just such a beautiful moment between me and her. And I had that memory of that childhood girl. And I just think it's beautiful that, a week later, 2 weeks later, I see a girl that looks just like her. I think that's a sign, just stay faithful to God, and he's going to give you the desires of your heart. But I'm going to let this video end before I start crying. And I just love you guys all. I really encourage you to fast. Take care.